Today is all about social media 101. Welcome back to my vlog. Today is day 5 of my January reset, where I'm taking a month off work to do all the passion projects I want to do and get a bit closer to where I want to be before I hit 30. And today I'm going to be sharing everything about social media that I've learned in the past week, in the past month. Right now, social media is such a critical tool for success for any entrepreneur out there. We're also starting to see a lot more founders being more front-facing in terms of their brand and being on social media and really being present with their customers online. So I think as somebody who in 2026 is looking to start a business, mastering social media is very important, and being comfortable in front of the camera is very important. So as somebody who has been practicing for the last little bit and getting familiar with all these tools, I wanted to share some of the things I learned that could be useful for you when you're starting out. So if you are a one-person show like myself, you don't have a social media team running for you, and you are looking to post, edit, plan by yourself, the first thing I learned is that this is going to take a lot more time than you anticipated. This week I had scheduled only half a day for planning, recording, and then another half a day for editing and posting. And it actually, alongside with errands and day-to-day life, ended up consuming my whole work week, which is 5 days. So that's just to give you an idea of what it takes, the whole planning, editing, figuring out when to post, going through the content. It is more time consuming than you think, especially if you're just starting out, and there will be a massive learning curve. For one example is the first TikTok video that I had posted. It was 30 seconds long, and it took me over 3 hours to edit. Now, luckily, the second video I made only took me half an hour to edit, but still you can see that there is a big time commitment. And when you start putting, okay, we need, let's say 10 to 15 videos for the next week, that adds up very quickly in terms of timing. So whatever you have scheduled for content creation, and make sure to double or even triple it. That would be my first. Second thing is yes, giving yourself a trial period to kind of play around on camera is very important. Right now I'm doing it guilt-free because I have such a small following, so this is my learning curve. But if you don't, then just start recording yourself for 5 minutes a day and get familiar on camera, because otherwise it will show up in your videos. When it comes to actually making content, lighting, having a good camera is everything. Now, we can use our phones. Today is the modern day of phones, and they do just a fantastic job, especially at the beginning. But lighting is key. What I have right now even set up, I'm not a pro, and like I said, this is my raw unedited vlog, so there's no editing going into this video at all. But in front of me I have a ring light. I have another light from this side, as you guys can see. And if you can see right there too, this one's giving me some warm light. This one's just lighting me up. And then I also have some backlighting to give some dynamic to the video. Usually I have a plant or something else in the background as well to kind of create depth. Today I didn't have the time to set things up, so I'm just doing what I can. But that's definitely a recommendation I have read online, is to kind of, if you can even put, like, let's say a plant right there. See that? Like in that corner. And then we can, I don't have another plant here. 1 second. I got another plant. If we have like a plant over there, and right there, we're already creating some depth, and that will actually catch and keep a person's attention a little longer. So that's the number one thing I'd recommend. You can have the script right in front of you. A lot of times when it comes to actually recording script, you can get the script figured out, and then because likely, unlike this video, you will be editing your content. So what you can do is you can say one line and then just have the script below you. So if this is the script and you just look at it, you memorize the next line, you look up, you say it, You look down, memorize, look up, and say it. I found, for me, that has been the fastest way to record content. And then all I do is I just edit out those sections where I'm looking down, edit out any weird pauses so that the videos flows more smoothly. When we're talking like about catching and keeping a person's attention, usually when you finish a sentence or, you take those pauses, cut that out and then don't give much break in between and just go straight to the next one. That overlap is actually quite addicting and keeps the person watching. So that's another tip that I learned. Now, when it comes to actually posting and choosing which video I should select, ChatGPT actually helped me on this one a little bit, and I'm gonna share what it told me. Maybe it will help you too. First lesson I learned is not to take a lot of retakes. So yes, I mean, when I sit down in the day, usually my first video is scrapped altogether because I'm not warmed up, I'm not comfortable recording yet. So that one out the door, sure. But when it comes to other scripts, I take one take, like I said, and I'm reading, so it's like pretty straightforward, kind of, you can't really screw it up too much, or maximum 2 takes. And that is it. And when it comes to choosing out of those 2 takes, if you did take 2, ChatGPT recommends to choose based on only 2 factors. The first factor is which hook is the strongest. All of these videos, you have 3 seconds initially to capture somebody's attention before they switch to the next video, especially if they're scrolling. So it's very important that your hook is interesting, catches the person's attention, makes you want to listen to the rest of the story. There are different hooks that you can do, and maybe I can record that in another video of what I've learned so far, but critical to have that hook. I also learned that, we are primal animals. We like it to be about ourselves. Now, when we're recording videos, we must understand that our target audience, that's what they're thinking. It's about them. So they're only going to stay if there is some interest to them. If you're here just sharing, about your day, it's all about you, and the person watching is not getting any real useful information that they can use for themselves from it, there's no point to stay. So sometimes even when it comes to hooks, I like the hook to be centered about the person, like asking them a question, asking, having, even if you're talking about yourself, making it relatable for them so that they can either save because they want to be like you, they want to figure something out, they want to even maybe do the exact same video, so they're saving. I've definitely saved a bunch of videos because I was like, oh, that's a good format, I should do that for myself. So whatever it is, those first 3 seconds, that is your chance to catch and hold somebody's attention. So a strong hook is important. And the second thing is where you are most authentic. So that was the second criteria for ChatGPT. Which video do you sound more like yourself? No one wants a robot talking. No one wants somebody who is fully scripted. If you have traits or quirks or personalities, if you feel the one where you feel more comfortable and are more yourself in the video is likely the one that will do better. Now, if you have to choose which of those 2 is more important, the hook is still more important, as it turns out. So that can be your number 1 guideline as to which video you should select if you have 2 takes. But please remember, keep the takes to a maximum of 2. It will save you so much time, because the 3 hours where I was editing my first video, a big part of that went into trying to figure out which versions were better. And should I take a part of that version and put it into this one? No, don't do any of that. That is a waste of your time. You have better things to do and you have a lot more content to create. So don't do that. Those are the first few tips that I kind of learned so far on my content creation journey, and stay tuned for more information as I keep working through different projects. I will be sharing as I go, and hopefully you'll find useful information for yourself, for you to reach your dreams and to become an entrepreneur like I want to be as well. Thank you.